and welcome to the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, episode 141. I'm your host, Jake Burke, and I'm joined, as always, by James St. Charles and Ted Libby. Boys, we got nothing to talk about today.
I know.
This is what we said our show about
who
nothing.
do we blame? Who do we blame?
Microsoft, maybe? They've been like the big...
Yeah.
Sony's not got a lot going on right now. It's peaceful. Here's a big news update for you, James. Ready for the biggest news update of the video game world today?
What is it?
The Xbox home screen. It's changing a little bit. It's changing a little
for the
bit.
Better?
You know how like you can see your game sometimes on the back of a home screen when you hover over an icon? Now the Xbox will do that.
Cool.
Thank you so much for watching the 141st. Welcome to the 141st episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast. For every Monday morning, a new episode goes live on YouTube.com, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Once a week, we Discord over 500 miles, talk about a gaming-related topic, what games we are playing. And this week, we're just talking about life and us and the games that are in our brains and in our hearts. What are we playing right now, folks?
I got a couple games.
What do you got for us, James?
So I think I'll start off with the game that we said we're going to be playing and talk about next week.
All right.
Is that right? That is Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver. I've played a little bit of Dave the Diver as well.
Dave the Diver is quite the interesting game where I think it's a little bit more like it takes humor in a great direction. I think like it's just like quirky, zany, all out there. And
the
then
next level of humor.
Yeah.
Well,
there's humor, and then there's
there's some interesting humor, I'd say. So
I've never seen humor like this, Ted.
It's fun.
That's true, to be fair.
So it has this like pixel art style, but probably a little bit more washed out.
Yeah.
You're a diver named Dave, and you get called out to go to this hole, basically.
The blue hole.
Like the blue hole.
Yeah.
To go dive, and you'll make some money. Like, hey, you're here to make a lot of money. It's like, okay, sure. And you start off the game, and you're diving for stuff, and then immediately, I guess you're supposed to go to this sushi. Is it sushi cafe? Sushi area?
Yeah, it's a sushi restaurant.
Sushi restaurant.
Yeah, the sushi cafe.
A sushi area, you know?
Yeah, a sushi place. And then there's an earthquake.
Yes.
And the place kind of gets like a little bit destroyed. And you're supposed to work to help repair it for some reason. I don't know why you are supposed to help. And
I don't know. You kind of just get all roped into this. They're just like,
yeah, you get really roped in.
Yeah,
like you're doing this like, well, okay. So you basically dive during the day, you catch some fish, you get all this stuff. I've only played a couple hours, so I haven't too much. And then you go to the sushi restaurant at night and serve up some food. And so it combos this kind of like exploration, resource gathering game into a cooking restaurant style.
Yeah, it's almost like a serve 'em up game. Like it's like like it's not like where you're really managing a restaurant fully, but like you kind of are. There's a little light management stuff, but then really like the gameplay of the restaurant is like the sushi chef is making sushi, and then you have to go get rolls and bring them to people or like pour them tea before they get impatient enough to leave.
Yeah, I don't know if it expands beyond that, but
neither.
yeah, that's exactly what it, like. I don't know. Like I thought it'd be like, oh, I have to cook the sushi. That'd be a little bit more intensive, but no, you just deliver the sushi.
Yeah, I don't think you cook the
tea.
sushi in this game. You hire people. Okay. You can like choose what dishes you're serving to get more rewards.
Right,
like money, and then like notoriety. There's a whole like Instagram app in this game, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I barely just touched the phone because I just got my gun.
Okay, so I've played a little more than you. I've probably played like 2 hours more than you.
Okay.
It's interesting. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Or are you gonna like?
I liked it. I think I had like a dive that just like kept going because I kept finding like O2 and all these like resources, and then there were like some areas where it's like I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't like attack a fish or something, or but I think it plays nice. I'm actually playing it on my Steam Deck.
Me too.
Great so Steam Deck game, of course. So
the Steam Deck's great. Made me remember how good the Steam Deck is.
Oh yeah. When a nice indie game comes out, like it's Steam Deck.
Yeah,
this is a perfect Steam Deck game. And I'm trying to pick it up in my idle time, but then some other games have sort of popped up that I've been playing. So yeah, I think we're gonna talk more about it next.
In like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. Yeah,
2 weeks. Okay.
2 weeks. Next week we're talking about Barbenheimer.
Right, Barbenheimer,
the cultural sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Ted,
think Game for Divers is really good.
Ted-
Have you played any, Ted?
I've not. No, I've
Okay.
watched a roommate play a significant portion of it.
Yeah, I like it.
I hear a lot of space bars slapping.
Well, yeah. If you play on the PC, yeah, it's like
The one thing I would say right now, like I think I'm probably 3 to 4 hours in, probably somewhere around there. And like I have not found the game has not given me a good rhythm of its like loop yet. Like
Okay.
it's very like every dive you go do and you come back out, you're like interrupted again with like another activity that adds on top of something.
Right.
So like it doesn't have that Hades feel where like, you just like are doing these perfect runs fluidly. Like it's like run, stop, do this, here's a new goal thing. And maybe like that's just because I'm 4 hours in and it's gonna open up. But I just feel like the rhythm hasn't really like found itself yet. But everything else, all the parts are great. The sum is just a little clunky right now. That'd be my opinion so far.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see where the game takes it.
Yeah.
But so far it's not bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Solid game so far.
Yeah.
What are your other ones you're munching on?
So the next one is going to be Ember Knights.
We're playing this tonight.
Which we're gonna do it tonight. It's a roguelite game, but it's very much focused on a cooperative style. So it's up to 4-player co-op, and there's different classes, and you go, typical roguelite type thing. You go in a room, you kill enemies, you get rewards. You can increase your health, damage, and there's different types of weapons. There's like a sword, and there's different classes and different rewards, I'd say. And it plays like I guess like maybe like a little bit like Castle.
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers, yeah, that's
okay.
Little bit like that.
So it's side scrolling and like you're jumping around like platforms.
No. It's top down, but it's like with the cooperative, like you and your buddy like attacking a bunch of enemies and that come in. Okay. It's it has like a story to it that is just a little bit kind of all over the place, so I won't really dig into it.
Yeah, I'll pick up the Castle Crashers where it feels very cartoony.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in like a graphic style. I mean like, it's kind of one of those things where you're watching these 4 characters just all clobber the same guy into oblivion.
Yeah.
And then look over and stare at the next guy and go clobber it. Like it's very do you know what I mean? It's got that goofy kind of feel to it.
Yeah, like you gotta either focus on enemies or figure out what's going on, or you can even like lose yourself. I
was watching the trailer. I'm really excited to play it. This game to me would do a lot. It would benefit a lot from having like a cloud show up and a bunch of POWs whenever your characters interact. It's very much kind of that style, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I played with some friends. We got to the very last boss, but it was just tough. And the game is definitely made to like you need to play it a bunch of times to unlock the right perks or like
weapons or whatever.
Or weapons that will like help you beat the game. I don't know if this is possible to be on the first run. It'd be like really tough.
How is the math? What is like the loot you're getting? Is it a lot of like, Diablo-esque statistics, or is it just like does more damage?
Kinda like it's like
powers.
Yeah, you'll get like more health, or like you'll have like lightning, and then you'll build your class around like lightning or poison.
Okay.
Or if this condition is met, you'll do this, like sort of things. So
very cool.
Not quite like Binding of Isaac and like where you're finding you do there are items, but it's like not like heavy items.
It's like stacking abilities on top of each other to do something insane.
Yeah, but you'll like have this like, oh, this works with this and these synergize together. It's great.
Cool.
So it's been fun. So I think we'll.
Are you just like walking into rooms like Binding of Isaac and killing the enemies and then
kind of yeah like
room? Okay.
You get a choice, so sort of similar to Hades, where it's like you'll have like 2 choices, like okay, I'm gonna go for an item type boss, or there's gonna be like elites in this one. I'm gonna go for health, or the shop, So there's it's very very much a roguelite typical, but cooperative, like 4-player. And definitely meant to be played cooperative.
Art style is it interesting? Is it fun? What's the art style looking like? Meh.
Like normal.
I really like it. It's kind of a pixel art, but a very high definition pixel art.
Okay.
Again, kind of leaning almost into that cartoony. Hand drawn is a little extreme, but kind of that cartoony-ish, light and fluffy kind of a vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll have a good time with this. So we
Okay.
can talk
You
more
looking
about
it?
it.
You looking it up right now?
I was going to look up the art style really quick before we moved on. I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah.
Ember Knights. I love the logo, I gotta say. The logo and the little characters. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's very, like, Enter the Gungeon-esque. Like, it looks
yeah,
super
Enter the
similar to
Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon.
It is top down AF.
Yeah, that is Enter the Gungeon as... Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. That makes me look pretty forward to it. So is it all melee? Are you shooting magic, bows, all that kind of stuff? Or
Yeah, there's archery, there's magic, there's a hammer that's really good. Yeah, I haven't unlocked every single one, but
gotcha.
you'll be able to pick what you like.
I'm in.
Because when you first start with like nothing, you just start with a sword, and it's kind of lame.
It's kind of lame. You
But
gotta
then you
work your way
unlock.
up.
Yeah.
All right. And you had one more game for us. Want to save it for the end?
I think that was only. I think I only
free
have
time over here.
2 games.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ted, I'm gonna go next. Okay. I'm gonna go next because I feel like I got more to talk about than you. I'm just feeling it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see.
I got a problem. I got a real big problem, Ted.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
What's
been
your
playing.
topic?
My topic this is the topic for me. Sorry, I got a little whiskey in me. I'm playing.
Is
a lot
that
of
the
this,
problem?
That might be a good thing. I've been playing a lot of this MLB The Show 2023.
Oh, no.
I know
I looked at it. I watched a little bit of it.
it's the same thing as MLB 2022,
Yeah.
but I can't stop. And I get this with the sports games.
Good.
Not
good. Not good. I've seen you play Madden.
I'm great at Madden.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
can't stop playing.
I can't stop playing it. I get addicted. Oh, my cat is going crazy. But Ted, have you ever been addicted to a sports game?
No, not addicted like what you're talking about.
No, like you've seen me with Madden. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about the show, because baseball video games are games that I always love until I actually sit down and start striking out.
Are you right?
and then I get really upset and I put it down.
I'm past that hurdle. Hurdle. I can hit the ball.
Okay.
I'm like you. So what's very cool about MLB The Show? Mm-hmm. I was not going to review MLB The Show, but here I'll just give you the quick quick pitch.
Pitch us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pitch it. Just
pitch
like
quick.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. The dynamic difficulty thing I think is really cool, where the game like scales difficulty depending on how you're playing against the difficulty. Mm-hmm. So like it kind of finds like a perfect level of difficulty for you, which I think is really cool. So like if you're really good at pitching but suck at hitting, the game is kind of like trying to find that good balance for you. I think that's really cool. But no, I'm past the hitting bump. I can finally like hit the ball and I'm not just striking out all the time. But it is like, man, I just can't stop playing sports games, and I need to like just not install them and not play them.
Are you playing a season mode, or are you doing
I'm doing the Road to the Show. I'm in Double A. Now here's the deal. So there's a man named Shohei Ohtani who is arguably the greatest baseball player to ever exist. He is a real
behind
person.
Babe Ruth, of course.
Yes.
He's better than Babe Ruth at this point because he could throw like 90 miles.
Whoa.
I'm a Yankee fan. I think I could say that. I think that gives me the right.
You're a Yankee fan. You're not allowed to say anything.
Yeah. All right. What fan are you, Ted? Give me one of your sports.
The Oakland A's.
There you go. You're a Giants fan, a Seahawks fan, a Green Bay fan, a Jets fan.
I like the color green.
There it is. any team.
Yeah,
Love Green Bay. Anyways, so I'm on Road to the Show, so it's like you pick your players. So there's a guy named Shohei Ohtani in real life. Shohei Ohtani is a starting pitcher for the Angels, and he also bats, and he leads the league in home runs right now. So every 5 days, this guy gets on the mound and he pitches a full game of baseball. And then every day that he's pitching and not pitching, he's hitting for the Oakland A's and he's their best hitter. It's amazing. It's incredible. He's so good. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so in Road to the Show, I made myself a pitcher with the idea that I'm also going to hit. Mm-hmm. But in Road to the Show, the computerized managers do not understand that as a pitcher you can hit. So what my character does is he pitches every 5 days as a starting pitcher. And then he plays second base every other day because he has to have a second position. So instead of just being a DH, a designated hitter, I play the field now as a second baseman. So my baseball player is literally the best baseball player to ever exist because he plays 3 fucking positions. But I'm still in Double A, and it frustrates me all hell, and I just can't stop playing this goddamn game.
And Road to the Show, you're a single player.
A single player you create.
So you're not playing the team, right?
No.
When it's not your turn to bat, the game is just simulated.
Yeah, it's simulated to like your next opportunity.
Right.
which is fun. I like it because
I was going to say, do you like that?
I do and I don't. I like it as like playing as my character because it makes the games go quicker. Because like a game of MLB can take like an hour and some change because you play 9 innings, and that can take a long time. So like that is fun, but then also like you just kind of miss out as playing like a full game of baseball. Like you're just like skipping, to every at bat when you DH, you play 4 at bats and then the game's over.
Yeah,
it's like that's not a very fun game of baseball. My biggest complaint with the game is they have a mode called Diamond Dynasty, which is like their ultimate team mode, like FIFA's. So it's like this.
I have heard a lot of good things about Diamond Dynasty.
Yes, I think for the systems like it, it's probably the best one. I don't like spending money in a game that you've already bought.
Like real money.
Yeah, like real money. And that's like how you get booster packs to get players is like spending real money or like doing crazy long challenges that give you like some coins and you keep doing these challenges. And like, so like, I don't think the cycle is really rewarding to like build up your team. It's like it's a commitment.
Yeah.
It's like the FIFA or the Forza cars that Gunner's always getting. He's getting his car every week, and like because he has to play it every day to get a car. It's like, I don't want to play a video game like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the gotcha game.
Gotcha games. I can't stop playing the sports games, Ted.
That's great. Honestly, I think that's cool. I would love to play the show. I just can't sit down and deal with it for long enough to get into the swing of things. I wonder if this road to the show might actually be fun because you're not just up there swinging and missing the whole time.
Yeah. It's on Game Pass too.
Have you played any of the, I don't want to call it the show, but like where you're the team manager?
Yeah, like just franchise mode or just like already. Yeah.
Franchise or online, I guess is their other.
Yeah. I've played a lot of the show in my lifetime. And yeah, with this one I've played franchise too and done like some fun fantasy draft stuff where you can like draft your team and from legends and everything. They also have this mode that's like it's the Negro League mode where like it follows players through. That's okay to say, Ted. It's okay to say. But like it follows like these great icons that were in the Negro Leagues all the way through their MLB career, and you play like all their moments throughout that and play like as that character, and that's pretty cool.
That is
like,
pretty cool.
You play as like Satchel Paige, Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson. Pretty cool.
I like to think Jake's just in his room, just trying to segregate the teams. Put them in their category.
Ted, we're on air.
And we're live.
My dad is a huge baseball fan, and he loves baseball history, and he is constantly bringing up at the dinner table that like he plays fantasy baseball with like the Negro Leagues, and every time I hear it, I just cringe. I know it's like historically accurate, it's not bad, but I'm just like, oh, Dad,
not the best name.
You can play with both kinds of players now. It's okay. You can play.
I'm glad he crashed.
Regular. I don't know.
Oh,
I think it's funny. Well, that's cool. Yeah. I like your addiction to sports games.
It's bad.
You can play sports game. I can play sports games through your stories of sports games.
Yeah, when I first moved in with you, I played like 8 seasons of Madden or something gross. Like playing every game. Yeah, I have a problem with it. I get like sucked into it. I can't stop.
It's okay. You're not alone. Every once in a while, I got deep into like the 2K basketball, like not the actual game, but like the Reddit threads. And like the things that people were talking about, like the commitments they're doing is just insane.
Oh yeah.
There are people who are like, my franchise mode is in 2085. Like, because each year keeps going. They're like, yeah, I've been playing for like 100 years. How do you have time for that?
Right. There is a really cool like loop in like when you play a franchise for that long. Because in high school, that's like, this is what all I would do. I'd get home from school and I'd just play like 4 hours of Madden. Really healthy. And but like you'd get to a point where like there's no more players that are in like the league that were in the game. So it's all these computerized made up players that are like on these teams and like you start to know the players and you're like, that's just so fun. And it's like just no longer real. It's like just a video game football life. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So it's not a problem. My sports addiction.
No.
Okay.
Healthy.
Well, I'm not going to say it's not a problem, but I'm enjoying it.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
In the same way you wouldn't tell a rock star to sober up. I
am your Mick Jagger, Ted.
Tell an addict
I endorse your sports game addictions.
Thank you. I need to hear
you said
that.
Mick Jagger? Yeah, it's Mick Jagger's birthday today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mick Jagger.
80.
Happy birthday, Mick
80.
Jagger.
Damn.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts
giving away a recording day
about they already know about the Rolling Stones is there's like, like 3 guys that are like, they look like rock stars from like the 60s. And then they have one guy, and I believe he's their bassist, that is just the most straight-laced looking, like, middle-aged dad. Like, he wears like sweaters and like nice fleeces, and like everyone else is in like these like crazy outfits. And he's like, yeah, I'll go to church after this nice show. It's good stuff.
Rocking out on Saturday, church on Sunday.
Fuck yeah. That's the way God intended. Ted. I felt like you had something you wanted to talk about.
I did.
Do you want to still talk about it?
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to dip a little bit into the bro show topic pool. So James, this is a little bro show topic that we're thinking of. James, this is what we do. This is what we do when you're not here.
Yeah, James, please mute your mic for the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Minutes. So Jake, I have a problem. I have a problem too.
Okay.
I'm deep into Marvel Snap.
No. No.
Yeah, it's bad. I beat it fairly recently.
You beat the game? I don't know what's possible.
You don't beat it? There was no way.
Marvel Snap beats you.
That's true. I got to level 100 in the ranked pool.
Oh shit!
Which I thought was like you did it. Like I was like, oh, sick. And then it's like, no, this is where like the real players play the game. Yes, Jake.
I have 2 questions.
Yep.
Question number 1.
Mm-hmm.
How much money have you spent into this game?
Like lifetime or just since getting back into it?
Let's just say getting back into it.
I only buy the like battle pass.
Okay.
And I only buy it once I max it out. So I've spent $10. I think I've spent $30 overall.
Okay. And my second question.
80, 40. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
Second question. So you've willingly chose to play Marvel Snap while you own a Switch with Tears of the Kingdom on it.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that you've made that choice. Okay.
There isn't a sense of like defeating another human being in quite the same way in Tears of the Kingdoms. Like I really like just that last flip, and you know that you've won, but you still get to watch it play out.
You've broken the will of another man.
And you get to spam the little like "fuck you" thumbs up emotes. It's a lot like me in this feels a lot like our friend Gunner playing Clash Royale, where he knows he has a problem, but he's got to stop, but he just won't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the same boat.
Okay. So you're playing Marvel.
When are we playing our mobile games that are like made to
soon, James,
for you to pay?
Soon. That should be a Ted and you bro show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down. No, so I've been playing a lot of Marvel Snap. Very much enjoying it. Been a lot of fun, but it's kind of gotten me on a kick of like superheroes.
Oh.
And so yeah, you know how it goes.
I like superheroes. I like these guys.
I mean, make fun of Marvel Snap all you will. It's a pretty good encapsulation of a shit ton of Marvel heroes.
Agreed. The art's awesome.
Yeah. And so I was like, I'm gonna play like, in attempts to kind of get out of this addiction, kind of rehab myself. I was like, I'm gonna play a real superhero game.
So you played Marvel Spider-Man.
So I put in the disc for Marvel Spider-Man.
Yes.
Turns out, if you can fail to install on a disc on your PS4. So I have a dud copy of Marvel Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah, my $5 used copy of Marvel Spider-Man.
But this is on your Japanese PS4?
No, this is on.
Okay.
This is on the PS4 Pro that I stole from.
Have you played Last of Us Remastered yet?
Let's not talk about that. We're talking about superheroes right now.
So you willingly chose to play Marvel Snap, knowing you could play The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2.
No, I willingly left Marvel Snap for Marvel Spider-Man, which didn't work.
For Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I was very excited for it. And I was really bummed out when it didn't work.
Wow. So did you buy it on Steam?
No. Oh. So then I went to Game Pass because I was like, there's got to be something. And Batman Arkham Knight is on there.
Juicy.
Okay, hold on. Do you guys like that game?
I like it, except for the Batmobile, but the Batmobile is about 50% of it.
I've played the first 2.5 hours, and I just think it's kind of ass.
Because it gets good.
Does it get good? Because the intros, like the beginning is cool, like Scarecrow's scared the city into a panic. And that was like, okay, and then you just show up on the top, and it's just like, all right, play the game, go over here, detect.
Well, it's the worst Arkham game.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah, it's the worst Arkham game.
Yeah.
But it's still good.
I was playing it. And I was just like, it's like you're thrown into it. I don't remember enjoying a lot of the mechanics that they throw at you right away.
Yeah.
The end of this story, I found out that somehow on this PS4 is the original Arkham Asylum. Downloading that right now. Going to be a great game. Going to be a great experience. That one is good.
You have played that one.
I've played that one. I've never played Arkham City.
You should. City is great. City is like a good Batman open world game, and that Arkham Knight went like too big for.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Arkham Knight's
That's
too
very
much.
How I feel.
City is like the perfect
City is the
slice.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, City is the.
City is amazing.
Yeah.
You'll get perfect.
So do you know
Mark
the story of
Hamill
City?
Joker.
No.
Wow, what a time!
Yeah. So excited for that. Excited for Batman. But I will say, for some reason, and I don't quite know why, kind of disappointed by Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Just I think its presentation was going into the fact that like you've already played 2 of these, so buckle up. And I was like, I haven't played any of these. I don't even know how to
do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that kind of fell flat for somebody who's not really into this. But my question to you, and I want to hear it from both of you. Pitch me your superhero video game.
Ooh.
I'll give you some time to think about it.
Okay, please. Yeah.
Like,
nothing's
game
quite
that
as
exists?
good as a podcast where we all think on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll start with mine.
Thank you.
Because I was thinking about it's a co-op superhero game where you play as, well, it's 4-player co-op game, obviously. You play as 4 as Batman's sidekicks. And you're roaming around Gotham together as a squad, solving some kind of intricate mystery as Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, and other Robin. You know,
and Batgirl.
Yeah, and Batgirl.
And in this game, would you say there's light co-op elements and a good gear system, and almost like a really pushing online co-op? And you know what we should call this game, Ted? We should call this game Gotham Knights. We should call this game Gotham Knights.
Only if it's with an N, because it all takes place at nighttime.
But you've just described, you just would make Gotham Knights without the gear system?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is my idea.
You just pitched Gotham Knights.
All right. Here's what I'm pitching.
Hold on. James, don't just move on from this. He just pitched a game that exists. Thinking he came up with it.
Well, he hasn't played it yet.
We said there would be light.
Yeah.
Benefit
of the doubt. And it's probably not as good.
I would just make Gotham Knights better.
It's so bad.
Well,
it should never have been made. Let's be real. Okay.
All right, James.
I was like, a Suicide Squad game would be good, and then I just remember like Suicide Squad game is delayed and awful.
They're like trying to make it.
Yeah, so like fuck Suicide Squad. But picture this.
Amen.
Rated M.
Of course.
Like the max, like GTA like rating. Peacemaker video game.
Ooh. With John Cena.
With John Cena, with all the faithful actors from the show. And it's like a story game, and it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, and it's just out there.
What do you do? Third-person shooter?
Yeah.
Third-person story. You got your.
I think you gotta have an open world. I think you gotta make this thing open world. Because
I don't know. Maybe
it'd be so funny as John Cena in like your costumes, your underpants, and a helmet.
Yeah,
run up to a car, grab the guy.
But I think make it open world. You could just never be as good as like GTA already.
Yeah,
I
guess that's true.
Like, so if you want, I'd like scale it down, story missions, and just be super ridiculous. Like, I don't know if I would do it after season 1 currently, or keep it with season 1, so you'd have like his dad potentially, and you go to his house and get some stuff, maybe. But I was just always thinking, was like, man, Peacemaker video game like M rated like would be really, really fun.
That's really cool. I like that.
That's my idea.
The game that I would make, but it's not my game that I came up with, but I think it's genius. Is remember Sifu, the game, the karate game that came out last year?
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say the fighting game, the karate game.
Daredevil, but it's Sifu, and it's just you kicking the shadow dudes. But then every so often the lights turn off, and you use like your echolocation, world on fire kind of view.
Give me the briefest rundown of Sifu, because that was kind of a third-person brawler.
Yeah, it was like a third-person brawler, but like really combo based and like environment. So like you would go over and like use like the environment to your advantage while kind of deflecting and blocking. It had like an age mechanic that I probably would not include in the game, but I think that'd be really cool to have like a Daredevil like third-person action karate game, because that's kind of what he does. He fights ninjas like all the time. It's like half his thing.
That's great. That's way better than my Daredevil game was just going to be a VR experience, but you couldn't see anything.
And you're just in court. It's just a Matt Murdock game.
The VR Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, if you could do a because Sifu is a roguelike, right? So instead of getting older in between levels, you have to be in court.
Yes.
You have to show up in court.
No.
And then do a little Phoenix Wright, like.
And like depending on how injured you got in the night before in the fight,
Yeah.
you'd have to like explain your injuries. Because
I just like that you're constantly explaining. How does Daredevil get away with that? Does he not get injured?
No, he has the perfect excuse. He's blind. He runs into stuff. So he's constantly like, I must have hit my head.
How often does that really work?
And they're like, well, it's always like Clark Kent where he's bumbling. You're like, oh, that Clark. You're like, oh, Matt Murdock just running into doors.
My glasses.
You know? Yeah,
he's got
like,
2 black eyes and a broken finger.
Yeah.
Running into a door again.
How'd you pull your knee? You know, the tendons just fucking slipped on ice. Crazy.
Slipped. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's actually I like that idea.
Yeah, it's not like my original. I've heard people pitch that kind of somewhat similar idea of that kind of game. I think would be really cool.
I know. Well, I'm also bummed that James's the Peacemaker idea is like a step away from a Suicide Squad game, but they're making a Suicide Squad game.
I think you need to get far away from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Not James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but just like the game and like.
Yeah.
It's.
Superhero games is kind of an interesting spot with all these new ones being announced. Like Black Panther coming from EA. There's an Iron Man game coming from EA.
The Wolverine game, though, I think that one will be good. That one hits a little bit like, yeah.
They're making a third game. Insomniac in-house making a third game. They might be doing another Marvel game.
Wow.
Do you know if that's a Spider-Man 3?
My guess is probably it's a different. I don't think they probably have Spider-Man 3 yet.
I want to see what Wolverine is.
Me too.
I think it's gonna be serious.
Like a hack and slasher? No, like gameplay wise.
I would imagine it's. I think it could be a hack and slasher, but I think it's like
might be linear story series.
Like Spider-Man. I think it might be like Spider-Man-ish, but without like a giant sprawling open world, but very similar kind of action to that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. They make fucking Ratchet and Clank is so good.
Yeah. I just saw it got verified on Steam Deck.
Yeah.
It just released on Steam.
It's great. That's
very
a
positive
great game.
Yeah.
Adrift Apart. Yeah, no, I think I'm really interested in that Wolverine game. We need to see something soon.
Yeah.
We got to soon. Once Spider-Man's out, we'll see it. It comes out next year.
Yeah. I was like, so we should be seeing
it really?
Yeah.
Is there anything like convention wise or like showcase wise? Well, I guess they just like have like a little.
Sony will have something in the fall.
Yeah, Sony will have some.
There, I was going to say there will be an end of summer, kind of prepping for the holiday season showcase.
Because all we know from Sony is Spider-Man 2. It's the only Sony game we know like coming this year.
Does Insomniac? It's an exclusive Marvel license.
What do you mean by that?
No,
they're not making a DC game.
No, I doubt they were doing.
When you say there's a in-house,
so they've announced that basically they have 3 teams now working, and but
that third game, do we know if that's a Marvel?
No,
game?
we don't. But I would assume it probably is. I would assume that Wolverine's going really well in Marvel, and Marvel's given another character.
So what?
Or it's a Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, that was what I had.
Could be.
What Insomniac Marvel? What third Insomniac Marvel game do you guys want to see?
That's great. Yeah, what's the next Marvel hero you want a video game of?
Other than my blind Daredevil VR experience.
Right. Other than Fists of Fury. That's interesting. I don't think you do an X-Men. Fantastic Four, I think, would be kind of interesting.
Deadpool.
Nobody likes the Fantastic Four. Sorry, Jake. You play as the Invisible Woman.
Yeah, but that's
it's time to sneak around.
You crouch.
You crouch this whole section. All right, James, what did you say?
I said Deadpool, but Ant-Man.
Ant-Man would be great.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
You could have a lot of fun graphically speaking with that.
Yeah, graphic wise, I think that'd be like
Insomniac has that kind of cartoony style.
Yeah, and maybe they can like use the Rift Apart type style where it'll like go shrink to like a different zone and then go instantly into like I can
absolutely see that.
This would be a hell of a game. This would be great.
Send the email. Contact our guy. We know our guy that we know. Yeah.
You the guy we know? Yeah. Joe.
Yeah. Message him.
I'll let Joe know.
Email Joe. Let him know.
Joe, we got a game for you.
Hey, scrap the third game.
Yep.
Ant-Man.
We don't own the license. We don't know the IP, but we think you should make an Ant-Man game.
Just make it.
I hope it's a crafting based Magneto game. Where you just build things out of metal.
You're inside your plastic cell, but you can move stuff around you.
It's a lot like Besieged, where you're just building little contraptions to send off to destroy San Francisco.
That's actually really great. I like this.
No, it's
give me like the Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain type style game, but with Magneto.
Oh, there you go. It's just like really intense drama.
Well, it is. I mean, it's Magneto's childhood.
Jesus.
Oof.
Which is pretty
Oof.
intense.
Pretty fun stuff there, huh?
He grows up, yeah. Then you see how he becomes Magneto.
That's so funny. It'd be terrible. It'd be so bad. Oh.
Yeah.
What about DC heroes? Any DC heroes besides obviously Peacemaker? But that we have. I've always been amazed. There's no Superman game. That's crazy.
So
to me.
I too am baffled
There's been
by
so many
this,
bad ones.
because my suggestion, yeah, right. My suggestion is like you make a Superman game, and you let Superman have all the powers, and he's a goody two shoes, and then almost in like an XCOM style game where you can't save them all, like you're gonna have to make tough decisions about your choices, like stuff like that. Make it like that, where like Lex Luthor has plotted, 3 problems, and Superman can only run over and save 2, and so you have to plan. Like, and then you're gonna have to damage control because Superman didn't save that bus full of children.
Oh, I like that. You got to do like press conferences as Superman.
Not that specific, but just in the same way that like XCOM, a lot of XCOM is like mitigating loss as you play through the game. Like, even though you're Superman with all your superpowers and nobody can beat you in a fist fight, you still end up losing because you can't be everywhere at once, kind of a thing.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
they have to. I guess that is with Superman. They have to figure out like how to get around. He's invulnerable.
Yeah, well, and I think you do that by, again, that style of like there are like he can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah,
you can't choose both options.
Yeah, you're like and that's like what's so great about Lex Luthor is he's not a guy you just go and punch. You don't punch Lex Luthor in the face. You got to like figure out how to take him down.
Right.
Strategically.
Mm-hmm.
Strategically.
I think for DC, I'd want like a supervillain oriented game.
James, can I pitch you on a game?
game?
Can I pitch you on a game?
Yeah, pitch me.
I'm gonna call it Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. What we do in this game is we make it a 4-player co-op game, and you all play it. And what we're gonna do? You're gonna shoot purple things, a lot of purple things, and that's
sounds
our game.
A lot like that. Sounds like my Gotham Sidekicks game. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think so. You'd have like a Joker game or some shit.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of interesting.
I feel like you're always like playing against Joker, but like man, playing as Joker would be kind of fun. Like it makes me think of when we play what's that fighting game? Injustice. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, man, actually, like just being able to walk around as like Joker and doing things would be really fun.
It'd be so scary though. You just like are like a murdering maniac. That's like the whole game is just how many people you could kill.
I'm into
GTA.
Yeah, GTA, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Just again, lean into what everybody actually uses GTA for.
Yeah.
And just make it like a murder machine.
You call it JTA? Joker Theft Auto?
No.
Okay. But we'll come back to it. I
was gonna say DC they do really well with like the kids game department. They came out with that Justice League Cosmic Chaos, which I brushed off, but apparently is selling very well in the under 12 department.
What is that?
It's a very cartoony isometric co-op kind of hack and slasher.
Huh. Game I am intrigued by is the Monolith Wonder Woman game.
Is that real?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was announced at at Video Game Awards like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
With a logo, and they said Monolith is making a Wonder Woman game, and that could be kind of interesting. Like because they did Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be really sick because like a Nemesis system with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because they own that system.
They own that system. That's never been used again.
Yeah, patented.
Okay, you saying the Nemesis system makes a lot of sense to me, but I was going to say, what exactly is a Wonder Woman game? Just a third-person action game? Every once in a while, your enemies tell the truth?
Damn, the lasso of truth, though, is how you get information from people when you interrogate them. Of course.
like you garrote them with
the
lasso?
Yeah, you like whip it around, and that's what she was doing, man. She was like choking people out and being like, yo, where is this? And they're like, ah. Just like that.
Actually,
so give me LA Noire crime game.
I was going to take it in a totally different Wonder Woman is dropped alone in Latin America and has to defeat like a narco boss. And she's just like stealth, like garroting people with the lasso of truth. She's got a little shield.
It's like eerily similar to Ghost Recon Wildlands or whatever. It's like just that game, but you're now Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but also like, all 80s action movies.
Yeah.
So something that's not DC or Marvel, but The Boys type video game would be amazing.
That would be really
Which I know
cool.
they're like everywhere now because now you have Homelander and Call of Duty, Homelander and the new Mortal Kombat. But
that would be fun.
Would be fun.
He's coming to Mortal Kombat. So is Peacemaker.
So it's Peacemaker. Yeah,
That's
that's why.
pretty cool.
That's why I had Peacemaker fresh from that.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess you can even go outside of Marvel and DC, but those are the main guys. Also, I wish I always want a Marvel DC fighting game, and that's just what we
Marvel
should have.
versus DC.
Oh, yeah.
Movie too.
Yeah, that would be cool too. We're in the multiverse saga, James.
We
Anything can
got
happen.
James Gunn planted in there. He can do it.
James Gunn is seeing the sinking ship that is the MCU, and he is saying, "Let's keep going this way."
Yeah,
That
but
new show is
he
very
plays
bad.
both sides. Oh, I heard the
That new
latest.
show?
Was it the latest rating? 13% on.
Yes,
Tomatoes?
Secret Invasion. It's like got the lowest rating of a Marvel thing ever.
We're back to Marvel. Yeah,
I'm all for Star Wars, baby.
Are you-
I'm not watching MCU shows. I'm waiting for Andor. I'm
You're waiting for Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Yeah.
You watch Rebels, James? You watch Star Wars Rebels?
No, but should I?
I think you should before Ahsoka. You might want to give some Rebels.
Oh,
a
before
shot.
Ahsoka. Okay.
It's a
How much
a
is there of
sequel to
Rebels though?
There's a lot of Rebels.
Sequel to
pretty good,
Rebels?
though.
It's not prequel.
No, yeah, Ahsoka's the sequel to Rebels.
Fuck.
You might be able to be okay, but you get a lot more out of it knowing all the characters.
Okay, I don't have to watch Bad Batch, right?
No, fuck the Bad Batch. Bad Batch. I don't even
Okay.
watch the Bad Batch.
Okay.
Is that bad?
It's just kind of bland.
Oh,
Okay, maybe I'll do Rebels.
Okay. I recommend it. It's the first season's a little kiddie-ish, but then it really gets really good.
Okay.
But it is a Disney cartoon Star Wars show, so every so often they're going to have some droid-centric episode that's not great. Just letting you know. Just how they go. There's about 8 episodes in Clone Wars that are Mace Windu and Jar Jar Binks doing shit.
No.
Yeah. Ted,
Yeah.
any final thoughts? I liked your last question. That was beautiful.
no final thoughts. Just out here looking for my. Actually, if anybody has a used copy of Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4, hit me up because I would love to play it. And I'm really upset that my copy doesn't install.
That sucks.
I know.
I really am bummed. If it wasn't digital, I would just send mine up to you.
I also am bummed that Spider-Man Miles Morales, if you buy it on digital store, it's for both PS4, PS5. But there's 2 separate PS4 Spider-Man and PS5 remastered Spider-Man.
Yeah, that sucks.
But if it ever goes on sale, the Game of the Year edition will probably be pretty cheap.
I think you can buy the PS5 version though, and it will give you a copy of the PS4 version.
I will look that up.
Yeah.
I can't confirm that. I remember the rumor at the time was that was a limited time deal.
Oh,
that was for
right.
people transitioning from a PS4 to a PS5.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's still the case.
Because I think I bought my PS5 version of Spider-Man like that. But like I had the PS4 version so I could upgrade to it or some shit.
Yeah, let's look it up right here online.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're doing that.
Okay, yeah.
While you're doing that, I just want to say if you haven't played Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, those are 2 fantastic video games.
They just got re-released. I don't know if you guys saw this on consoles. Return to Arkham
Oh yeah.
is
Is it
like
now
their
PS5?
their remaster for the PS5, Xbox Series X or Series systems.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because I have that for the PS4 version, so maybe it's upgraded now to the PS5. Interesting.
Yes, you got them for free because I saw that on my PS4. I had Return to Arkham, which I definitely never purchased.
Oh, very cool. I would love to play Arkham City again, but who has the time? I'm out here playing the MLB The Show, James. You know, I gotta get to the show.
That's true. In fact, is there really time for any other video game?
No, I should probably just uninstall this Ember Knights game.
Yeah.
Get back to playing my simulated baseball games.
Ted, did you get an answer?
Somebody asked the same question on Reddit. Does the PS4 blah 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 blah?
Sure.
The first response says, if you bought the PS5 version for the PS4, you wasted your money.
Ooh.
That's all it says. That's
There it
no
is, folks.
context, no nothing.
Thank you so much for watching the 141st episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast. My name is Jake. That's James. That's Ted. And we will see you next week for Barbenheimer. Barbenheimer. James, are you going to see both before next week?
I'll see both.
Oh, I like that commitment.
I got you.